When I started modeling, there was no education for models. You just simply began.
With modeling, there's lots of things that you have to think about other than just your outside. It's about well-being, it's about finances, it's about traveling different countries, and it's really about getting the most out of that business opportunity that we have been given.
I think there has been for a very long time this feeling that that it's an intuitive, natural thing for someone to step in front of a camera if they're beautiful and be able to pose and feel comfortable. And it's not the case at all.
I think the industry is very business-based. Go up to a casting and think they're going to get employed because they are good looking, right? That's what people are made to believe, but that's not the case. You've got to have a little something extra.
Being a model is not just about being a pretty face. I think there's a misconception that you just turn up and stand there and look good. It's a business, it's a multi-million-pound global business, and any form of advertising can make or break the success of a brand.
So if you want to have longevity in your career, you need to treat it like a business. So you have to show up on time, you need to say please and thank you, you need to make sure your taxes are in order, you need to make sure that you're groomed.
It's an important thing for girls to keep evolving and maturing in their work, because it's not just about standing there and looking good. It's about how you move and how you feel and your gait in the clothing.
When I started modeling, there was no financial education available to me. I didn't know how to look after my finances, I was young, and I definitely made mistakes.
In other industries that I work in, like the sports industry, there are some standardised contracts, which makes it a lot easier for the players, the athletes, to get advised and to get to grips with what they're signing up to.
Sure, and I would say the first thing is don't be scared by finance, and then the other thing I would say is everything's negotiable, and so when you're dealing with third parties and service providers, don't be afraid to negotiate.
I think there is a temptation with the power of Instagram that especially younger women feel like they have to push themselves into more sort of highly sexualized photos so that they can push up their likes and their following.
If you're going to try and be a model in this world, then you are about being a public face. So whatever you've put out there on social media will stay, just be aware of it.
You know, if you're on a job and you're seen out partying all the time and that one moment you yawn, the client might email your agent and be like, she's tired, but I saw she's been out like the last 5 nights. Can we have a reduction on her rate?
Yeah, I think the mission of RTM is really important. It allows everybody within the industry to get together and start thinking about how they can help to professionalise the industry and also to start thinking about, in particular, the welfare of the individual.
There absolutely should be best standards across this industry when it comes to models and in any industry that models would work in.
You want to ensure that you want to reduce any physical or mental stress and issues that might arise from being employed in the industry. So I think anything that does add a lot of these building blocks, provides a lot of these building blocks to enrich the model's professional life, I think should be welcomed.
So gosh, if someone can kind of give you a 2-day course and tell you exactly the reality of the industry, then that's a great thing and it makes our job a lot easier.
As one of the only industries in the world without special training, this is something that's really needed to happen and something I'm super excited about backing. Models Trust, I'm excited.
When I first heard about RTM and its mission, I thought to myself, this is impossible. There will never ever be a global entity that is looking after models. This would be a dream, but it's just not possible. And then the more I looked into it and the more I learned from Elizabeth, it is possible and it's happening and it's RTM.